You want to get hardcore?
Greetings and salutations. It's your man CD, the fallen angel Christopher Daniels.
Yo, what's up? This is the Phil Am Flash, TJP.
Hello, this is former 5-time WWE Women's Champion Melina.
Hello, it's the Killer Bay. The base there is, the base there was, the base there ever will be, the goddess of girl power, yours truly, Heather Monroe.
You want to get extreme?
Currently at home in Southern California, enjoying Southern California things. And one of the things out in Southern California that you can enjoy.
And from one homegrown LA person to another.
That's right. Your eyes are not deceiving you. I am talking directly to you. You are so welcome.
One of the things out in Southern California that you can enjoy is the Circle of Debate podcast.
This shout out is for the Circle of Debate podcast.
I wanted to let you guys know to watch the Circle of Debate podcast. I mean, they are based out of Los Angeles. These are my people.
I want to take a second to give a shout out to the Circle of Debate podcast because obviously one of the best podcasts around. And you know why? Because they have an eye for talent. They are a fan of moi.
Do both with this podcast. Circle of Debate, baby.
They're out here in Southern California giving you guys quality entertainment to listen to. So give them a listen. Tell them Christopher Daniels sent you. Enjoy the show.
Thank you so much for being a fan. Thank you for watching, and God bless.
Heather Monroe. So what other credentials do you need for that? Anyways, just wanted to say thank you so much for your support. Love you.
And I want to wish you guys the best. And I know you're going to do great, and I'm proud of you. Mwah! Sending you guys all the love in the world. And watch Circle of Debate podcast.
You want to be hardcore, you want to be extreme, tune the fuck in.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to part 2 of Circle of Debate, episode number 36. And now we are ready to go ahead and do our top 5 picks of the week. As we did mention our last previous episode, we did mention that we were going to do it differently. And this time it's not. We're going to have someone do it for us, and that is spin that wheel, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have that spin that wheel to pick our top 5 of the week for this Sunday coming out, so don't forget. So let me go ahead and share my screen for a moment for you guys to see. That's where we're going to go ahead and have the spin that wheel. So let me go ahead and look for that first of all. Give me one moment as I need to have that. Okay, here we go. Okay. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We have the spin that wheel. This is now our new concept that we're going to be having, that is going to be choosing our top 5 instead of us saying it randomly. So now we're going to have this spin the wheel, who's going to be choosing of what top 5 we're going to talk about. We can talk about worst champions, technical wrestlers, TV champions, WCW champions, anything in this circle. And once that's been talked about, it'll be removed and add a new top 5 to it. If you have any suggestions, comment below on the video and let us know, do you have any ideas for a top 5 for us to do? We will gladly do it, and we will mention your name for you giving us an idea. So make sure that you give your comments right below, giving us a top 5 ideas for us to do for our weekly Sundays top 5 episodes. So gentlemen, let's go ahead and spin that wheel, shall we? Here we go.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Worst baby face. Ooh.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do our top 5 worst baby faces. Wow, that's going to be a tough one. So
it's going to be pretty easy for me.
All right, so we're going to remove that one. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. You have it. Top 5 worst baby faces. Yep, that's right. 5. Don't forget to stay tuned on that, ladies and gentlemen. Every Sunday, we have our top 5 picks of the week. And you'll be seeing these wheels. You will see this wheel as well on Sunday as well. So make sure you tune in because there's going to be a lot more. Like I said, once again, if you have ideas, make sure you comment below and give us ideas. We'll mention you. We'll put if you want to join us, we'll let you join us for our top 5. Why not? You know, you just.
I look forward to debating with you, whoever you meet.
You heard it. You heard it from Money Mike himself, and of course the Caribbean Money Mike. So let's go ahead and move on, ladies and gentlemen, to NXT New Year's Evil. I'm telling you right now, man, NXT's been as well up there as well. I'm loving the fact that, you know, they're doing the best they can to compete and to be, you know, relevant, staying in the game in the Wednesday Night Wars. But man, what a great opening match between Karrion Kross and Damian Priest. 2 heavy hitters. I loved it. We see Karrion Kross taking the win. So I'm going to go ahead and ask you, Mr. Steamboat, your thoughts about this opening match. And do you think this loss for Damian Priest, did it affect him in any kind of way? Or what do where do you see the outcome of the future of Damian Priest after this loss?
No, it's not a bad thing to lose to somebody at such a high level as Karrion Kross, because you have a former champ. So, you know, you have a former champion. You have somebody that's everybody knew, like, to a high level, was a big fan of, has cool moves. You know, if you lose to somebody really good that everybody likes, that's actually, like, you know, that's the second best thing to winning. Because I think it would have been a little bit more damaging for Karrion Kross to lose this rather than Damian Priest to, you know, to win it. Because Karrion Kross hasn't been like a top guy for a long time. So that would be like old talent putting new talent over. But, you know, it's like Karrion Kross is a little bit here and Damian Priest is a little bit here. And, you know, so one's got to go over. So yeah.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Money. Money Mike.
So, I hear that Damian Priest is getting set up to go to the main roster. I've heard about that. Now, whether it's true or not, we'll see. But hopefully, if that happens, hopefully he doesn't lose to R-Truth over there in the main roster. Then losing is not the most or second best thing to winning or whatever. You know, I hope that they know what to do with him there, and because he has a good thing going in NXT, I feel, as many others before him, and you know, the main roster doesn't seem to lend itself to everybody that crosses over from NXT. So hopefully he's not the same thing. And as for Karrion Kross, the guy is on fire, man. This guy, you know, I would not be surprised if he takes that title from Finn Balor in the near future. So we'll see what happens.
Definitely.
That'll be a match.
That'll be another great, awesome match they're going to go ahead and have. Speaking of NXT, I want to go ahead and mention right quick the announcement they made. They are going to have another NXT TakeOver February 14th. It could be rumor your window, which we don't know if it's official yet. St. Valentine's Day Massacre. So they might go ahead. They're bringing it back, and if they do, I'll be happy to see that fucking pay-per-view back.
1999.
Yes, sir. Vince McMahon versus Steve Austin in a cage. Who doesn't remember that? That was like one of the
big show coming out.
Oh, right.
That's right, Paul. It's Paul White. It's Paul White. Yes, I remember that. Oh, awesome. Love it. I hope they do. And if that's going to be the name of it, I'll be so glad they're doing a lot of retro, old school pay-per-view names that we no longer see as at this moment. So I'm really happy about that. Another thing as well they brought up was the traditional Dusty Classic, which they're going to have for the men's. But now they're having a Dusty Classic tag team for the women, which is congratulations to the women's in the NXT roster. Congratulations, and I'm hoping to see a couple of the women's from the main roster compete in the Dusty Classic. That'll be something to also see as well. So I'm looking forward to see that. So
titles.
That's the biggest question that we don't even know details as of yet. But I believe so. I'm assuming that we can assume that right now that the winner of that tournament will get a title shot for the NXT Women's Tag Team Champion. You never know. That could be possibly it. So maybe you're right. Now, And yeah, now that I assumed, and also hoping that the main roster women be involved in it, would you want to have the main roster women to be involved in this Dusty Classic, Mr. Money Mike?
Yes, because it's money right there. You know, they need ratings to go up against AEW. They need more star power not that they don't have already, but you know, the main roster has a way of building up more audience for people. So if you have them go over to NXT for a bit for this tournament, and who doesn't love a tournament? You know,
I love tournaments.
Great thing, and it's always a great ratings booster. And so you know, obviously. For the women, and especially for the women's tag team division, it's very important to build up more contenders, more combinations of women that are able to, you know, form tag teams with. So I see nothing but good things out of that. So good job, WWE, NXT.
All right, Mr. Steamboat, do you agree with that?
Yeah, I gotta say so. There isn't too much more to say. Bang.
You gotta be a Don Callis guy.
You gotta be a Don Callis guy.
And we did see the outcome of Grand Metal League losing to Santos Escobar for the NXT Cruiserweight Championship. Shia Lee making her, you know, her ring comeback, and that was really wow. I mean,
Shia Lee and Boa.
Yep. And who was that, you know, figure that was sitting in a chair? And all looked like the emperor, you know, and just then Shia.
That's my grandpa.
And you know, Shia picking up the victory, and I mean, she looks obviously this development character. What they're doing, the storyline, I'm loving it. We do not know who's that evil emperor or empress. We don't even know yet. I'm looking forward to find out more and what's the upcoming feud for Shia and for Boa, what they're gonna do next with that.
You guys, that emperor unhoods, and he's like, "Hey, Machu, modelon."
And also another highlight for the women's once again. That was an incredible, phenomenal, amazing from these two heavy hitters women. This Raquel Gonzalez defeating Rhea Ripley in the last man women standing match. Man, they went fucking chaos in and out of the ring. It was incredible. And to see Raquel Gonzalez taking this victory, a big victory for her, now develops her for contendership for Io Shirai's NXT Women's Championship, which we all thought it was going to happen in the beginning after War Games. War Games, say it. War Games. There you go. But I guess they kind of waited for a while, and then now we have Raquel Gonzalez being in the title picture, and congratulations for her having this victory. And there's already room in your window that Rhea Ripley might be going out to the main roster after this. So we don't know yet. I mean, she does. I just hope it's somewhere where she fits. Please don't put her in Retribution. Do not put her in Retribution. I'm saying this right now. Do not put her in Retribution, Vinnie Mac. Do not do it, Papa Bruce. You both pieces of shit. Do it.
Boycott it.
I'm gonna go all over fucking Twitter for you guys to ban me. Because that's bullshit if you guys do that.
Wait a minute. If one of them's named T-bone steak, she might be like cauliflower or like shrimp on the Barbie or mashed potatoes, rice pilaf. What is it? Steamed veg. What comes with a steak? Baked potato, like
baked potato, chives. I mean, shit, bacon bits.
Bacon. A little bit of
Matt's cooking show coming to Circle Debate.
That's right.
But that's
the big channel.
Retribution. Chop them up and put them in the stew until it becomes something else. For crying out loud. That's what I want to do with the whole Retribution concept. Just you know, they named a guy T-bone steak. Like I don't get T-bar. No, it's T-bone steak to me.
If Retribution was a plate of food, I'm sorry, and I don't usually do this. I'll just turn around. No, thank you. Nope.
This is so dried out. It's did somebody leave these out for like 3 hours? Some soggy spinach, some soggy coleslaw that's been lying around. Yeah, Retribution soggy coleslaw. Sorry.
Oh my God! If this happened, man, I just hope not. And oh my God, I just please don't do it. Don't do this. You're already ruining. You ruined already a group, a faction of great talent right there in that group. Don't ruin this one either. Don't do it.
I'm a little bit more optimistic about Rhea Ripley as opposed to Damian Priest.
Mhm.
I feel that the main roster needs a star, and honestly, Rhea Ripley has star written all over her, in my opinion. And it's like, you know, they're giving Vince a softball here. Like, here you go, little boy, you knock this one out of the park. Hopefully he does it. Hopefully he's able to, you know, take advantage of the star power that she's going to bring to the main roster. So many great matchups that can, you know, that can be made on either brand, I feel. And this whole thing of the last women standing match, why aren't we having matches like these in the main roster? You know, I always remember the SummerSlam match between Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, and I remember thinking, oh well, maybe they're gonna let them do their thing, but it just fell flat for me. So, you know, no offense to them, I'm sure they did their best, but I feel that they could do better, right? And so, yeah. But anywho, I have high hopes for her if she goes to the main roster, and hopefully she does great.
I know. Oh, I agree with you 100%. Hopefully she does. And I'm looking forward to the future for her in the main roster if she does go. Heck, you never know. She might even win the Royal Rumble. But wait, we'll get to that, you know, later on in this Royal Rumble week, ladies and gentlemen. We will have a lot of talk about that. We don't even know what the changes are coming yet. Changes are coming, but we don't know yet. Is this an over? How is it, Matt?
Nothing is over. Nothing. That's Sylvester Stallone at the end of Rambo: First Blood. Nothing is over. Nothing.
I love it. Then after that match, we had Kushida teaming up with Shotzi Blackheart defeating the Garganos. This is Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano. Dexter Lumis making that match official after they came out. The Gargano family, you know, the usual stuff about all about me, the way this, the way that. So then, don't get me wrong, I love it. I love the Garganos. I love Garganos being a heel. I love it. It's going great for him. I cannot wait for it to continue still. But now he's going to have Kushida in the title picture for the North American title. I'm looking forward to seeing that, which Kushida and Shotzi Blackheart defeated the Garganos in that intergender tag team match. So we already seen Kushida going after that North American title. And finally, we get to see Kushida being now more exposure since signing with NXT. How long has it been? A year already that he's been with NXT, right, Matt? About around that time? So it's about time for him to get him in the title picture. And so I'm looking forward to seeing that. So are you looking forward to see Kushida Gargano, Mr. Steamboat?
I gotta say, Kushida is very, you know, he's got magic, you know, and just to see like that kind of carry over, like, you know, Gargano and his past promotion experience, and then Kushida and the magic he brought from New Japan, bringing into other things in the title picture. So, you know, let's see the magic he could work. You know, like nowadays nobody is stuck in cruiserweight ever. You know, nowadays, you know. That's one of my favorite things about wrestling in the modern era. If you're a cruiserweight, that doesn't mean you can't hold the World Heavyweight Championship.
That is right. Definitely right. Do you agree with that, Mr. Money Mike?
Well, first of all, you know, thank you, Rey Mysterio, for winning the World Heavyweight title, you know. You know,
opening the door for stuff like this to happen.
Exactly. Yeah, you know, I feel that the North American title is getting more prestigious by the month, you know, and with someone like Gargano having that title, it's pretty cool because, you know, you have the heel champion, and I'm glad that they're giving Kushida more time, more spotlight. You know, you got to build up your stars, right? So, you know, I look forward to seeing how this goes.
Definitely, I'm 100% with you on that as well. We see again. Seeing Kushida finally be in that title picture means a lot because for Matt and myself, especially because we've seen his historic matches he had in New Japan, him being a former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, The guy has a lot of credentials, and for him to come to the States, him deciding just to go, you know, like he was New Japan was going to resign him, but he decided not to. He decided to come give it a try to the States and went with NXT. And I'm happy for him, and I'm hoping that he gets the exposure that he deserves. A lot of people are not familiar with his character, the time machine and that, you know, Back to the Future character. They're not familiar with it. But hoping that this change that he's done, he developed this character in NXT differently, so he's more of aggression, ruthless aggression, damn it, like he's doing.
Aggression.
And I love it, so I'm looking forward. Maybe we'll see it in TakeOver next month. You know, we'll see him in a Gargano. You never know. Never say never. And now to the main event, ladies and gentlemen, that is Finn Balor. Finn Balor defeating and retaining the NXT World Championship against Cal O'Reilly. Man, so I could say, Jesus, man, I give that 12-pack right there, too. 12-pack of beers. Son of a bitch. That was a hell of a brutal, fucking insane match. And just seeing Finn Balor bleeding like the way he was bleeding, like, shit. And the way how Kyle O'Reilly sold it, too. And, wow. I'm speechless. There's so much good to say about it. Such good shit. But Mr. Steamboat will tell you more. So take it away. The floor is yours.
Yeah, because Kyle O'Reilly, you know, you got Kyle O'Reilly from Ring of Honor and Finn Balor, New Japan, you know, those are guys forged in the fires of those great companies. Such talented guys. And let's not forget Finn Balor's old name in New Japan was Fergal Devitt. And, you know, it's Fergalicious. His body stay vicious. He be up in the gym just working on his fitness. I'm your witness. And put those boys on rock, and you be lining down the block just to watch what he got. Fergalicious. That match was Fergalicious, and was it delicious? His body is vicious, though.
Not as delicious as what I just heard right now. That's like,
he is up in the gym working on his fitness, though. Like, his body can only be that vicious if he be working on his fitness.
Wow.
I mean, come on. Wasn't Finn Balor on the cover of some fitness magazines, too?
I don't know, man. I don't pay attention to
Well,
man, look, ladies and gentlemen, walk with Elias right here, Mr. Matthew Steamboat. The Caribbean cool man that likes to rhyme, and he knows how to shine. That's why.
All the time.
Yeah, exactly.
I rock and roll all night long.
I feel like you should be in the Acclaimed or something.
Yeah, right?
I should be the number 3.
Number 3, right? Number 3. But, man, yeah, overall, that match was incredible. Shit, now we got to see what's the outcome of what's next for Kyle O'Reilly. What's next for the Undisputed Era? What's next for Finn Balor? We're going to see Karrion Kross.
You know what's next.
Tick-tock. He's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, he's coming. So, yes, we cannot wait for what's going to be more the outcome and more of NXT. Cannot wait. Looking forward to seeing that, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's move on to the final topic of this evening, ladies and gentlemen. We say this for last because it didn't matter to me, first of all. I wanted to talk. Doesn't even matter to me because it's very highly disappointing. WWE Legends Night. I'm going to do what Jim Cornette normally does. The most stupidest shit I've seen in my life. It wasn't even... You wasted 3 fucking hours of my time to watch this lamest, dumbest piece of fucking garbage I ever seen. No disrespect to the legends, just the stories that were involved. Disgusting. Whoever wrote that for Raw should be. Nah, you know what? I'm not gonna say that. Knock on wood. You know what? I will suspend you for 2 weeks without pay. So think about what you did. That's what I would do. Put you on timeout. Not fire you, but I'll put you on timeout.
But wait a minute, doesn't Vince get to say the final okay? He had the opportunity to change this, and he didn't. He probably said, "Oh, that's good," you know.
That's
All
good
that-
shit.
Yeah, he gave the stamp of approval for this show. I saw it beginning to end, everything, and I must say that yes, it was not the most compelling TV that I've ever seen. They, for whatever reason, they have this crutch of, oh, well, ratings are down. Let's go with the legends. Let's call Flair and gang, you know, and let's put them in backstage segments talking to each other, you know, like the segment between IRS and Molly Holly. They were just there, just talking to each other, and then they just casually walked away, you know. Melina saying Lucha to Lucha House Party. She could have walked them out to the ring, you know. Hey, you know, like give her, you know, give her a little something more to do. And then Tori Wilson name dropping Cardi B and all those you know, music people. And then Angel Garza falling for that, and the Boogeyman and all that. You know, it's old stuff. It's just, it doesn't work. They're putting a Band-Aid to the dripping water here. You know, it's not. This will not be a quick fix just like that. Ratings are not going to be fixed just like that. They announced more legends that were not on the show, right? And I'm pretty sure some of them said, "Is this what you got for me? This is why you want me to, you know, put myself on the line during COVID, during the pandemic, just to do a walk by in the background?" No. You know, if I was a legend, if I was Kurt Angle or Stone Cold Steve Austin, I would say, no, of course not. What? Why? You know, so pass. No, thank you. There's a reason why ratings are failing, and this is it. There you go. And Goldberg, don't get me started with that.
No, we'll get to that right now in a moment. This is Steamboat. I know you didn't see it, but now you hear it from us. I'm pretty sure you are so glad you didn't see this shit.
What like was it shit like just like watching Hulk Hogan eat a sandwich just for like 10 minutes? Is it like Ric Flair, like, you know, I like to play shuffleboard, you know? You just me, like you know, Hulk Hogan, I used to play shuffleboard. Or it's just watching them play cards, like what, you know, or watching like something like that. Maybe Greg the Hammer Valentine eating a pickle, you know.
It was, you know, I guess that could have been just as good. Like, yeah, sure, you know, I haven't seen that before, so, you know. I will say that even the Snoop Dogg thing was better. Snoop Dogg in AEW was better.
Oh my God, you want to compare that? I would not compare it. AEW by far was, I mean, the Snoop Dogg segment was way quadruple to the infinity and beyond better than freaking Legends Night. Way fucking better than that shit.
I'll drive down the street and just tell him myself, hey, just knock on his, go up to the gate guard and be like, hey, I don't want to go in. I just want to tell Snoop Dogg AEW was better than Legends Night.
If I was a time machine,
take the gin because he's got the juice already.
There you go.
Yeah.
If I was a time machine, I will go back in time. Like, don't watch this. That's what I'll tell myself. Don't not waste 3 hours of your time watching this piece of shit. No, that's what I would have want to do for myself. Fuck that. I don't want to watch it. Like I said, I'm not hating on the Legends. I mean, I'm glad, good to see you guys back. But for what? Like how Mike said, a great valid point. What the fuck? What's up with that? Just 5 minutes for a fucking cameo. You're doing a cameo for 5 minutes for Raw. Because they're at home. Like doing like what we're doing.
5 minutes.
Well, yeah, well, like a minute, yes.
And you know, you have someone like Mark Henry, you know, Hall of Pain, and, you know, such the world's strongest man. Why are you going to be showing him at his weakest? Why are you going to be putting him in a segment where, you know, he's pretty much defenseless against Randy Orton, and, you know, he can't do anything about it and stuff like that? It's just, no, you're messing up your Legends legacy with that. you know, I wouldn't have wanted to be displayed as that. You know, I don't know. That's just me.
I'm with you. It's just, oh my God. Worst part of all about this Raw segment, and now we know the changes that are coming for another Royal Rumble. Everybody thought, okay, it was predictable. You're gonna have Roman. We're gonna have how we said it on the Christmas episode that we had Goldberg. If he comes and wins it, he's gonna challenge Roman Reigns.
Goldberg.
No, I think Vince knows how to piss us off. And really, out of this one, you changed it to have Goldberg challenging Drew McIntyre at the Royal Rumble. Shit, are you kidding me?
No trees were harmed in the making of this
Oh. hey, Ivan, how would you react if it was like Hulk Hogan or freaking, what was it? One of the Briscoes who's still alive, Gerald Briscoe, or one of those guys, just like, yeah, you're gonna Gerald Briscoe versus Roman Reigns tomorrow in
episode. I would have got a good
McDonald's.
laugh about that.
I would have thought, yeah. Yeah, I would have definitely laughed about it. But what?
At McDonald's.
Seeing Gerald Briscoe get speared, sure.
No. Gerald Briscoe versus Roman Reigns. Yeah.
I mean, I was talking to my our homegirl, which, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, Catherine Pro Wrestling. You can see the description below. She does great, incredible blogs, about women's wrestling. She covers pro wrestling of women's pro wrestling all over the world. She does an incredible job. Make sure you follow her on her social media platform. I'll put it below. I had a Twitter with her. We discussed it on Twitter about this. I mean, she even herself was like heartbroken. Like everybody, the whole social media platform went crazy when Goldberg came out and with Drew, challenging Drew. Like, great, you're gonna put over Goldberg. Okay, how you fix your ratings? You're gonna put Goldberg. And this is what I told. Vince loves controversy. Remind you of that. He loved it for years. He will do anything to piss us as fans off. Why? Because he gets the pleasure of it. Two, because he knows we're going to watch. One thing for sure, he knows. Yes. It's not a spoiler. It's a fact. He knows that we're going to watch as fans because we want to see how it will fail miserably. That's what we want to see. And that's what he wants to hit us, for us viewers to see. Like, he's bringing us into his controversy. He does this all the fucking time. Every WrestleMania has been like that for the last 4 years. And it's nothing new for him to do this. He does this to piss us off. Because he knows at the end of the day, what are we going to be talking about? Exactly what we're talking about now.
Yes.
WWE. So I commend him for doing it, but he knows he would change. There's only one way for this to be a big change, but it's not going to happen anyways. What I'm about to say? If those viewerships goes under 1 million, and if AEW beats Raw and SmackDown overall, then he will have to do a change. Because if AEW goes over of what SmackDown ratings and Raw ratings, I'm not comparing NXT because NXT is always in the middle. They're always in between. So I'm excluding them out. I'm talking about the main roster. If AEW beats WWE main rosters, Raw and SmackDown in the ratings, then he will have to make a change. That's where it's a must. So I'm out. Money Mike, do you feel what I'm feeling, or do you see it different?
First of all, I must say, we took a break, right? A few weeks now for the holidays, and I missed our weekly WWE bashings. And it's good to be back with that because we get to express how we wish things were different, how things would be improved. And unfortunately, Vince, it's like I don't know if you guys have seen Straight Outta Compton, where the protesters are buying the album, smashing them, and then Eazy-E says, well, at least they're buying the album, right? That's what's going on here. Well, they hate it, but hey, at least they paid the $9.99 for the WWE network. We have their money. Who cares? So I feel like they have that mentality, and I feel like that's been said in their meetings numerous times. So it's unfortunate that they go about it this way, but they're making money, right? At least from what we've seen or from what's being reported, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, the whole Goldberg thing, I really think that I choose to believe that he will not win the title. I don't think he's going to win the title. And I feel McIntyre has to win. He's beaten Orton, he's beaten Styles, and all these other people. He lost to Roman. He cannot lose to Goldberg. He can't. It's the WWE title. It's the main event. So I feel McIntyre has to win. And as far as who would McIntyre challenge at WrestleMania, there's any number of names. But this is me talking. This is not Vince McMahon talking. I feel that Vince is going to make Goldberg win. So what I think, what I want, what the fans want, doesn't really matter, because Vince is going to do what he wants until we stop watching.
There you go. Exactly. You preached it right. And like how you said previously as well, since there's no fans in attendance, he has more control of to do whatever he likes. He chooses whoever he wants. But like I said, how you said it yourself, is the only way to for him to change his mind and finally listen to what we want is what you said. Stop watching. Less subscribers, less viewership. That's why I mentioned if AEW wins over and their viewership goes down under 1 million, because they're always in 1.1 million or 1.2 million or 1.09 million, but they're never under 1 million. So imagine if they were under 1 million. Raw is under 1 million. Imagine 997 or 995, and AEW Dynamite is 1.2 or 1.3 every week. Then that should be. I'm hoping that opened Vince's eyes. And like, oh damn it! I gotta change. Yes, change your shit around. But we don't know. Like how you said it. The only way to boycott this is pretty much stop watching Raw. Stop watching Raw. Period. Mr. Steamboat, the floor is yours on this one.
Here, Raw. Hold on. Here, I don't even have notes, but I'm just gonna do this.
There you go.
There. And then wipe it. That's a little step further from you, Jim.
That's right.
But I don't even have notes. I'm just gonna use napkin. I'm just gonna use a napkin I use to wipe my sweat and other places.
Can we all agree that Dynamite was leaps and bounds better than Raw this week?
Every fucking week, brother. There hasn't been no disappointment of any AEW at all. If you want to put them compared to Raw, no. Sorry. AEW has been, even if they've done decent, like how we talked about in archives as well, about their last AEW for 2020. We said it was all right. It wasn't their best, but it was decent because, we did mention it was the holidays. It was pre-recorded. They were on vacation, so of course, But
And I've seen comments, because I'm in a group in Facebook. I've seen comments say, "Oh, they, just like AEW because it's not WWE." No. Hold your horses right there, sir. Because AEW's matches are so much better, and they just go ahead, and the mixture of styles and and they don't need the invisible camera backstage moments, to build up a story. They're able to go out there and perform and tell a story in the ring. I know people talk about telling stories in the ring all the time, but these guys this promotion is doing it, the right way, I feel.
Agreed, because they do that by telling a story in, like how you said, in the ring, not like outside storyline WWE does. Remind you, WWE's entertainment. So I mean, don't get me wrong. We're in a sports entertainment, but it's different. We don't. I don't like calling it a sports entertainment. I call it sports because I don't care. Everybody has their own opinions, but yes, professional wrestling is a sport to me, and to Mike as well. He can vouch for you for that. And so
I like to say wrestling too. Wrestling's a fun word to say.
Wrestling. There you go.
Wrestling.
So I
Vince hates that word too.
Well, he hates it, but if you notice that he hasn't really said much because Daniel Bryan's been using it a lot, saying wrestler. He don't like that. Vince doesn't like wrestlers. He doesn't like pro wrestling. He likes entertainment, superstar, or like. But man, Vince needs to retire, man. Vince, you need to hang them boots, or get away from creative. Focus on your investors. Let Paul Levesque take over.
Pay BTS to show up.
No, pay CM Punk to show up to save your fucking company because he's the one who's going to be saving it. Just how my Money Mike said it. Show up with a truck full of money. Give him a fucking blank check or something. Tell him, what do you want? Write it down.
On Nakamura. Put the belt on Samoa Joe. Those are the only two things they could do to really bring me back to Raw. Or SmackDown.
I'm not saying that Drew's it's not a bad champion. He's a great champion. He's coming in at a bad time to become this champion.
It's like
I wish there was a crowd for him because he will get that support and that's no lie for sure. He will get that support.
Imagine how WrestleMania could have been.
He would have gotten this.
I was fine with him winning the Rumble. I was fine with him beating Brock. He needs, like Ivan says, he needs that support, that real live support, not pre-recorded, not the pre-recorded cheers like Vince is planning on doing for Bill Goldberg, the real stuff, so we'll see what happens.
That's right. Because we don't even know what's going to happen at the Royal Rumble at all, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, there's still a lot more changes coming that we are not even seeing. There's already room in your window. Since that happened, subject to be changed, Roman Reigns challenging for a Rumble. It might be another rematch, Kevin Owens. Heck, it might be Daniel Bryan. But yeah, it was a room in your window. It was going to be Damian Priest, how you said earlier. But that we don't know yet. We don't know if he's going to go up to the main roster or not. Do I feel that it was too soon? Yes, I feel that it's too soon for Damian Priest to go to the main roster. He needs to stay in NXT to develop more. I'm not saying himself, but help that product develop more of what it is. And he's been doing a great job. And I want him in the NXT World Championship picture, not in WWE, not with Roman. For what? Roman's too hot right now. As much as I dislike the guy, and I'm talking about his character, I'm not talking about personally. Like I said, this character, meh. You took so long to do this. Do I say it's the right time? Nothing's the right time. This should have been done years ago in the first place when he was getting booed from a live crowd. Then Vince would have gotten what he wanted, switched him later on to be like a John Cena top babyface. But guess what? There's nobody going to be like John Cena, top fucking face level. No, nobody is. Not Roman. Not Roman as a heel. So even if Roman switches to baby, nope. I don't buy it. Even though everybody else, we spoke about it in a Christmas special episode. They praise Roman. Great job. He's a heel. I'm still not sold. I'm just not sold on it. I mean, go ahead and debate with me. Anybody here, whoever wants to debate with me, I'm not sold. You gotta convince me. You really gotta convince me on that. So I mean, Money Mike, I don't know how you feel about this Roman character. Who's the next challenger? Could it be Kevin Owens, or do we see Daniel Bryan, or
has to be Daniel Bryan? Mm-hmm. I don't see anybody else. Challenging Roman. If I had to guess at this point judging about how probably Vince will want it, Daniel Bryan wins the Rumble because he's never won a Rumble, and goes on to challenge Roman, and then Goldberg wins the title from McIntyre at the Rumble, and then we have the rematch at Mania. That's how I think Vince is going to play it out. Hopefully,
let's just hope not. I'm hoping that it does not happen. But yes, I mean, I do agree with Daniel one. I do see him. I'm hoping if he does, great. I think he will. I think that'll probably be his last run. I think Vince will give it to him. I'm hoping he does. If so, there'll be his last run as a full-time wrestler and win the belt and then drop it later on a month later to Roman and then retire. So he could do, or be a part-timer. Big E's another one. Or they could do champion versus champion. We haven't seen that in a long time. Intercontinental versus the Universal Champion. Why not when you see that? We haven't seen those title versus title. What? The last one was the first one ever was Hogan and Warrior WrestleMania. Why can't we see that again?
it wasn't the Universal title, so.
Yeah, right, agreed. But I'm saying like something like that at least, a Big E challenging Roman, the head of the table, or we see Jey Uso maybe winning the Rumble by accident, and then he probably will be, Jey Mania. Jey Mania.
Jey Mania running wild.
Running wild.
That could be happening too. There's a lot of see, this is why they should call us, hire us, because we know how to fucking do stories. We know how to instead of this garbage ass shit for 3 hours that you wasted about my life, my breath, my everything overall. I'd rather watch 2 hours of SmackDown than 3 hours of Raw. Fuck that, man. I just can't do it anymore.
It's like I have a feeling like when I turn to Raw, it's gonna be like Seth Rollins eating a sandwich.
I forgot about him. What about if he does come back? Goes back babyface. Maybe challenges Roman for the title. But then it's
a bologna sandwich. No, Vince is just gonna have him eating a bologna sandwich for like 10 minutes. That's what do you do with 3 hours of backstage moments with wrestlers? It's just them like eating donuts and bagels and bologna sandwiches,
Or just being a freeway cooking steaks with fucking Retribution. I'd rather do that instead of watching fucking 3 hours of Raw. I'd rather be with Retribution with Slapjack and fucking T-Bar cooking
T-bone steak.
T-bone steak in the freeway.
And slap seasoning. And
I'd rather do that than fucking watch 3 hours of Raw when I fucking watch. Fuck that.
Cooking steak on the freeway with Retribution.
I'd rather do that.
Guys, I'll let you in on this. I'm getting a stylus pen for my iPad. And I think one of the things I'm going to sketch for this is you cooking steaks with Retribution on the side of the freeway.
I don't mind it. I would love to see that.
I'm going to do that.
I would love to see
We're going to stare at just that picture for 3 hours instead of watching Raw.
But yes, once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in to episode number 36. Man, it's been a great to start off. And thank you for joining for part 2, by the way. This is a 2-part episode, ladies and gentlemen. Something new we wanted to try out, like how I mentioned in our social media platforms, which you can follow us, by the way, on Instagram and at Circle Debate, Twitter at Circle Debate, Facebook at Circle Debate as well.
And happy 2021.
Happy 2021 to everyone as well. That is what we forgot to mention as well. And this is something new, a new concept that we have, and we're going to have more coming to you very soon. A fresh way to us to kick off 2021. I just want to give out shout-outs to the League of Extraordinary Podcasters, to Dirty Heels Podcast, Joe from the Ring. Here we go! That's right. And also we have Jonah from Rewind, Recap, Relive, James from That 90s Wrestling Podcast.
You just interviewed this guy.
Yes, and also to our other brother Backstage Brawl, Randy and Eric. And then also we have the Count and Out, and also the Titantron, our boy Anthony. That's right, the Titantron, okay? So make sure you turn to the Titantron and watch. And if you guys missed it, watch this Tronny Awards that he just had recently. It was incredible. I mean, first time ever he did it. So keep, following his, his content. And also to our other brothers, the Ring Fanatics as well. That's Nick and Joel, also as well. And also, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, to tune in every Saturday to watch Championship Wrestling on the CW Network 30 in Memphis. Also, I will have the description below for the YouTube channel. And also do not forget to miss out as tomorrow as well. Saturday, we will be putting out the exclusive interview that we had with the current one half of the United Wrestling Network Tag Team Champions, and that is El Rey Gordo, the King Fat Boy himself, Papa Esco. I hope you guys enjoyed that interview coming up tomorrow, as we're going to have him on the show. And also, you already saw it on Sunday. We're having our top 5 picks of the week for week number 36, and that is top 5 worst baby faces. That's going to be interesting. So I'm looking forward to see how that. And if you guys did enjoy that spin wheel, comment below. Let us know. Give us your feedback. We would love to know your feedback about it if you guys enjoyed it. Once again, if you guys have ideas, any top 5 that you would like for us to mention, comment right below. And if you would like to join us on the top 5, DM us on our social media platforms, and we'll love, how Money Mike said, we'd love to debate with you about your top 5, and that'll be awesome. So don't forget to, to make sure you comment right below. And also, as well, don't forget at the end of the video, hit that, subscribe. Click on the subscribe. Subscribe.
It's free.
It's free. There's no charge. Say no $9.95 like the fucking network. None of that. or $6 or none of that. No.
But feel free to donate if you want to.
Oh my goodness. But yes, ladies and gentlemen. And also don't forget to tune into our Spotify, to our audio podcasters out there for our Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, and Pocket Podcasts. So you can listen to us there on Spotify as well, on those audio social media platforms as well. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you so much for tuning in. And don't forget, we'll be back next week. And also, wanted to mention right quick, I do apologize, forgot. So after the top 5 worst baby faces, don't forget to tune in on Monday as well. We will have another exclusive interview with the CEO and the host of the Championship Wrestling from Memphis on CW30. He is Memphis's golden boy, and that is Mr. Dustin Starr. So stay tuned for that interview as well, coming out on Monday. And much more coming out for you this week. So we'll be back next week for episode 37. Give us our thought. We'll give you the thoughts about NXT, of what's in the aftermath, and also New Year's Bash Day 2 for AEW. More pro wrestling news and more New Japan news as well, and Ring of Honor or anything news that needs to be discussed about. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a great day for you guys that we had today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So, the host of Devious One, Ivan C, here with the Mad Hatter, the Hatter of all Hatters, the Walk with Elias. Now it's trying to look like MJ, and
his body looks vicious. He'd be up in the gym just working on his fitness.
Oh, there you go, and he's delicious. He says, "Oh my God,
delicious." Yeah.
And there you go. And
hey, that NXT title reign is quite delicious.
That's right. There you go. There you go.
High calorie though.
Too much high calorie.
That's a lot of calories of championship gold. That's a lot of gold in your diet.
That's right. And also, don't forget, I have to give this outro for the man of the hour. That is, once again, he is a multi-time recording artist, a graduate from Cal State Dominguez Hills, the 2018 Los Angeles Karaoke Champion.
North Carolina.
He lives 1,977 miles from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. From North Carolina! The master of disaster, the king of sting, the man with the plan, and that is Mr. Money Mike. Saying to you,
well done, sir.
That's right. Saying to you guys, we bid you do goodbye, and not good night. We say good day. I say good day. Damn it. Good day. We'll see you next week.